behind as well, so I think that supplements the aggression about the Gatot Kacha.
Oh, forgot about the pick.
The signature pick. We talked about, you know, DEWA, or rather Bigatron Alpha, they fear the Gatot Kacha more than the Alpha. Because I feel like the engages might be much more telegraphed compared to the Alpha, because when you pop the Spear of Alpha, you know, it becomes in an instant. But the Gatot Kacha, again, in the hands of Mueza, what good will it bring?
Depends. Mueza is very flexible when it comes down to execution. With all the kind of heroes he's been given, the Carmilla, the Gatot, he's been able to play it defensively and aggressively. The counter index and lineup rating favors DEWA. The lineup rating actually favors them quite heavily here. So we'll have to see. The Gatot, I feel like in this game at least, will be playing a bit more of the in-between. We'll be playing more for crowd control because they don't have to flank anyone and they don't really have to let him be the main front line with the Terizla in the front. So he's going to be really playing to maybe follow up on a penalty zone with the Avatar of the Guardian, and it is going to be quite dangerous for Bigatron.
The gods mounting a comeback. Will they be able to smite down the red robots into eternity? Or will DEWA United once again fall in this matchup? It's DEWA United against Bigatron Alpha.
A signature pick to Mueza. It almost seems like, you know, we saw the debut with Beloy on this Gatot Kacha, but Mueza has really made this hero his own.
And he's played it in a way that a lot of people say seems more calculated, less risky, less random compared to Beloyski. But that's just the Beloyski style. You never know what you're trying to deal with. But in the 1v1 here, Key Gatot against the Mathilda. Gonna be a lot of ways for Mathilda to bully out the Gatot initially. Ooh. And look at this, woo.
Yeah, a lot of aggression there early on. This is a horrible matchup for the Moscow. Roger is such an oppressive force in lane.
Yeah.
And it's the Inspire and the emblems by Key as well, so more guiding winds, more wisps to try and go for the 1v1 deny. But this EXP lane, man, it's just a slugfest, a brawl between both these heroes, which is why the Assassins, right? In theory, the junglers, I guess, Super Ken can go there and really swing the tides in favor of Bigatron, especially because we already mentioned how much the Moskov-Roger matchup really favors the side of Bigatron right now.
Yeah. And again, Super Luke has been spamming this Phoveus. I think one loss is what he experienced previously now, so not that perfect record he can hold with the Phoveus. But so far, DEWA United still, they are brave enough and they're confident in trying to play against the Phoveus with the Terizla in the hands of Chorizo. Has been proven to be effective enough. And so far, the matchup down bottom will be much more of a stalemate, I suppose, because Azura is not going to be able to make the aggressive plays against Aman, especially when you have that Roger just being ready to pounce on you, but the turtle now spawned, and this could be the next fight happening.
Ooh, Luke getting brought in to the fight. It's going to be Ray who wins out the Retribution battles. Mueza gets the taunt, good Eternal Guard to catch Luke, but he is still going to be able to jump in again, getting the Infernal Pursuit reset onto Ray one more time. The penalty zone lock him down, the guiding wind to get him out, but Mueza will take him out. That is a trade, though, as Moreno uses the Dominator's Descent to get the 1-for-1.
Retribution strikes again, and the vengeance from Super Luke, I suppose, you know, popped prematurely, I guess, and he wasn't able to tank the damage coming in when he jumped into the backline when 3 players were corralling behind him.
He did pop it when he was hit with the Eternal Guard earlier in the beginning of the engagement, but overall, I would say it's more of the fact that Moreno can't really follow up on Luke. He was in the back, hitting on Keys and Mueza together, but Moreno was stuck near the turtle pit and not really able to really follow up on it. And see Mueza here. You saw his damage earlier, man. That Gatot passive. Remember, it reduces physical damage as well, so Super Ken and Iman have to take into consideration, but look at this.
Circle Eagle coming down, the Quad Shadow was used up! Nice Shadow kill timing! Ray survives Key! Getting the last hit with a basic attack, the Dominator's to set forward. Mueza, no revitalize, K's getting zapped, but it's not enough to take anyone down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Iman walking up aggressive, trying to zone Azura, who's having a pretty good time actually here. Now in lane, I think Iman didn't recall in it. Definitely has impacted him way lower compared to Azura.
He will just clear and like get out of the lane almost immediately though. So earlier, the Gatot Kacha head and shoulders bottle shown, but see the stun on Key and Iman there. But yeah, with the Gatot in the Line of Dawn, it's kind of poetic. You can see Azura, man, so much more comfortable on this Moskov pick though. He was even trying to stop the recalls. They're trying to assert their dominance in a matchup that really shouldn't be favoring him.
He got revitalized by Mueza earlier, so he was able to Kind of cancel his own recall, just stay in lane.
Yeah. Now Chorizo has the War Axe. Gives him that 1v1 dwelling potential as well, and there's lane swap happening. Aman opts to go up top, and Super Luke sent down bottom. Again, the turtle dance happening. But this time I think it kind of favors DEWA because they have enough members to just jump in. But recalls from Azura means that the turtle will be played without the marksmen.
Interesting. The cut is really done by Iman right there though. Circling Eagle.
Coming down, able to knock 2 members up, but he might actually be dead. Still able to get the guy to win. Chorizo locks him down with a penalty zone. The Vengeance giving loose some survivability. Able to jump onto Ray one more time with the Infernal Pursuit. Now onto Mueza. Super Ken winning the Rexy battles. He goes on to Chorizo. Good flicker out. Haze doing the same. Mueza gonna be able to find a taunt. The Terrify and the Revitalize gets Mueza to survive. Eman cannot go for the kill. And it will just be the turtle for Super Luke.
So a lot of crowd control, man. Luke, he had stacks there to proc that Infernal Pursuit to try and get some more sustainability, but it was locked down, taunted. Mueza though, whoa!
Oh, the full lockdown? Not enough to really threaten Super Ken, but it is a trade up top. Azura picking up a turret.
Yeah.
And still, the Spear of Destruction playmaking potential for Azura right here. He's doing great in the lane, and we've really seen DEWA play around that global presence as well. Photo completed by the Mathilda, by Key, means that Bigatron will have a lot more playmaking in the next fight, but they're still struggling to deal with the lack of, I don't know, lack of damage when Luke goes in the backline. He just gets knocked around with so much crowd control coming in from DEWA.
Yeah, and the audience prediction swings severely towards DEWA United. It was 53% to 47%. Previously it was Bigatron Alpha, just, you know, winning the hearts of the audience. Now, DEWA seems like they have the chance to create yet another upset. And Key has been very active as well with the Mathilda plays that he makes with Mueza. 1v1 with the roamer.
Ooh. Ton of damage. Mueza getting engaged on the circling Eagle. Used up already. Luke will stop Chorizo as he maybe was thinking of going for the penalty zone onto Key.
At the same time, Mueza is already so low right here. Already with the Thunderbolt, it's a very respectable amount of damage available for the side of DEWA. And when it comes to sustain of the front line though, Chorizo with the War Axe compared to Super Luke on the Thunderbelt means that DEWA's front line can kind of stick around and heal back up. See Eman here though, with everything being so stagnant, he's been very actively abusing the movement speed of the Roger. Already the Endless Battle Windtalker, who's clearing the waves very efficiently, forcing Azura to be further away, but it's still a long waiting game technically from both these teams.
Oh, Super Luke jumping into the midst of it all, actually dodging the Eternal Guard as well. Past the Vengeance, but it does not matter. What happened to his HP? He got deleted. Penalty zone, locking him down. Good arrival as well. The Avatar is all the way from space.
Oof. Super Luke got melted right there. No defense whatsoever. Limited percent popped up by Moreno means that Key might just push forward, but no. Just trying to defend that tier 1 turret.
There was a play by Super Ken as well right there, but Eman!
Oh, the Revitalize! Eman might be outplayed by Mueza! The spear coming down, unable to hit. Chorizo doesn't have the penalty zone, and it doesn't look like Chorizo's gonna be taking a whole lot of damage. Oh, they might be able to turn this around. Chorizo has Flicker. Luke decides to go in, but it is just to put him back under the turret. You can see that healing though for Chorizo. Already onto the gold. Oh, Eman steals it away.
Unfortunate for Chorizo, but you can see that Bigatron, now they're really respecting the chance. They could have gone for a dive right there, but immediately they recognize that the other members of DEWA weren't on the map. Super Ken though!
Good taunt. Oh, and the Terrify from over the wall from Kaze. Good chain placement too from Ray. Super Ken getting outplayed by DEWA United.
You can see now the value of this Vexana displacing the kill potential coming in from Bigatron Alpha, either the Phoveus or the Hayabusa. That one touch, the Terrify, is enough. Like some sort of appeal as well towards DEWA United.
We talked about this when Vexana first rose into popularity in the meta. You get stunned by just a little bit, and the Vexana will ensure that you don't move for a long time. That is what's happening right here. I think Mueza is doing a great job stopping Super Ken whenever an engage, a dive play is initiated. And afterwards, if it lands, the follow-up is there. And look at this.
Full initiation.
Oh, Key.
Luke still has the Vengeance, and Key gets him out with a guiding win. But that ain't good, man. That is a big resource for the Phoveus.
Yeah, the guiding win again proving to be very vital into creating that escape route for the players of Bigatron Alpha. Now DEWA United Will they corral into this Lord? They will bait Bigatron Alpha to go for it. Oh, a jump towards backline.
That is an interesting dive. Superluke's gonna be punished for this. Under the tier 1, Bigatron Alpha getting absolutely punished. And now, DEWA should have so much more prio to go and start the Lord.
Man, a man down. The main front line, Super Luke, not available. DEWA taking it slow though. They know that there's chances for outplays to be made. They're trying to bait Bigatron to a fight first, and they're using the Scattered Kacha, completely abusing it to just walk up in the front.
Look at that damage too. They can place down. Mueza has it revitalized, able to pay out a little bit of that damage, but Mueza walks up way too aggressive and gets punished as well. Now it's back to actually Bigatron having the man advantage. Phoveus has respawned. Luke getting brought back by the Guiding Wind. Now moving forward onto Chorizo. Ray and K still in the midst of it all. They're good. Terrify coming down to Super Luke. He just respawned, but his HP is going down. And Mon in the back going for the damage. Ray losing out in the Retribution battle as Super Luke dunks on him. And DEWA lose out on the lead that they had.
Wow, man. Risky plays after risky plays. DEWA, I guess they were feeling the pressure.
Azura?
They're trying to make something happen, but 1v2 Azura.
Oh no. Infernal Pursuit, another one there. Azura hitting on the Vengeance. Very low, gets out. Whoa, good flicker.
Escapes death, gets the reset on the Abyss Walker. Constantly hitting the players of Bigatron Alpha. That was Super Luke and Key. But Bigatron Alpha, they're able to stabilize the lead now. The lead even swings into their favor, 1.5k. And they get the turret as well, the Lord marching up top, but still, it's still an early Lord, so easy to be cleared by the players of DEWA United.
Very, very easy. Luke, though, still wanting to utilize a little bit of value from the Lord. Unable to do so, but there is going to be another wave coming down, and Bigatron Alpha are set up for it. Mueza getting zoned away. Good Nightmaric spawn to try to zone them away here, as they're trying their best to actually siege down on this tier 2 in the mid lane. They will, however, just be able to take the tier 2 up top and a tier 1 down below.
So a chance for them to go for the turret, the second tier 2 in the bottom lane and the mid lane still. And man, 1k gold ahead already with the BOD, so now the burst potential really is there. So Mueza, if he wants to try and abuse the Revitalize, he needs to pop it a bit earlier in order to not really lose out due to the BOD passive, you know, more damage when you're hitting on a target with low HP. That's a great item to punish the playstyle of the Galakacha. But now DEWA will be able to clear it out. They still have Azura to kind of rely on in the late game for the DPS. And he's proven that he has the mechanics. Can he maintain it though all the way till the end? With a 3k gold lead, Bigatron now just setting up traps in the jungle. We'll see if DEWA can play that patient game, right? This is where some people would say is their weakest point.
Yeah, mid-game, I mean, still. They will look for that late game potential. I mean, the Moskov is still available. And they have that peeling tool as well. Mueza and Kaze will go hand in hand. Circling Eagle from Key cancel.
It's all just about going for the purple buff. Ray still finds it. Able to get that red tree down. Super Ken did not have his own red tree up, and he'll be forced to take his own purple.
All right. Well, now Bigatron finally let up, but Aman with the great Dragon Spear.
GDS.
We talked about how his movement speed allows him to match the macro pressure of the Spear of Destruction. Whoa. Now he's gonna be even faster. So backing away, escaping from a fight is gonna be get more and more difficult for the side of DEWA. I think Mueza here needs to catch up and get several more items here, especially in the magical defense department. He's standing only with the Dominance Ice and a Thunderbolt. With something like a Radiant Armor or an Oracle, it's going to be a lot better at staying in the front. Because for DEWA, they need Mueza to stay in the front because Chorizo is the one performing as the counter-engage threat. The fact that the Gatot has a dash built in, the taunt, means that Mueza is a lot more suitable to just move back and forth here to bait out resources.
You can see that poke. Ooh, the Nightmaric spawn key even now. I'm gonna circle Eagle onto the back. Haze is gonna be engaged on the terrified Eternal Guard. Everything in the kitchen saying used up onto Super Luke. But now it gives him on time to free hit. Also the Sask. Oh, the flask of the Oasis with the Guiding Witness. Super Ken goes in with a shadow kill. The shot enough damage to Azura. Moreno was sandwiching him. Goodbye, Azura. Eating shurikens for dinner. And now it's just Chorizo, the man that was once the XP of Bigatron Alpha, now mauled down by Bigatron Alpha. It is a wipeout.
The red robots terminate the gods again, making them bleed. This is the end of everything.
They tried their best, they equalized, but it is not enough to beat Bigatron Alpha 2-1. The robots recover.
They're able to get their machines going, and this time it is the kill switch to make DEWA United sleep and falter once more. The first leg